On a warm August day, Ryan Borgwardt, a 45-year-old father of 3 from Wisconsin, set out for a routine kayaking trip on Green Lake. Hours passed, then a night, and still, Ryan hadn't returned home. Concern turned to alarm when searchers discovered his car parked near the lake. A few days later, his kayak was found capsized in an area of the lake that's over 200 feet deep. Alongside it were his life jacket, water bottle, fishing rod, tackle box, wallet, and keys. All evidence pointed to a tragic accident, and the community braced itself for the worst. Ryan's wife, Emily, and their 3 high school-aged children were devastated. Emily, however, refused to give up hope. She rallied friends, family, and the local community, launching an extensive search effort. Specialized teams combed through 1,500 acres of Green Lake, funded by money Emily raised through donations and shirt sales, with messages like, "Faith over fear." On social media, she shared heartfelt posts, including one featuring an image of Jesus with the caption, "Can you imagine Jesus reaching out and saying, 'Let's go, my child'? How amazing." Emily's strength was unwavering, even as weeks turned into months. By September, Emily had returned to her teaching job to provide stability for her children, who were trying to cope with their father's presumed death. The search continued, with officials, volunteers, and specialized teams combing the depths of Green Lake. Then, on November 8th, 54 days after Ryan's disappearance, the case took a shocking turn. At a press conference, Sheriff Mark Podol revealed that Ryan Borgwardt had not drowned. In fact, he had likely faked his own death in an elaborate plan to abandon his family and start a new life in Eastern Europe with a lover.
Yes. In the immediate hours and days after Borgwardt's reported disappearance, search teams found a capsized kayak and life jacket in the deepest part of the lake, his van and trailer parked by the boat launch, and eventually his fishing rod and a tackle box that also contained his keys and a wallet. But after weeks of scouring Green Lake, no indication of the father of 2 high schoolers and a 7th grader.
Investigators found that Ryan had been in communication with a woman in Uzbekistan. Evidence showed that earlier in the year, he had taken out a $375,000 life insurance policy and obtained a second passport. Records indicated he used that passport in Canada just 1 day after being reported missing.
When police reviewed the 45-year-old's laptop, they say they found a trove of information, including inquiries about moving funds to foreign banks, communication with a woman from Uzbekistan, even a $375,000 life insurance policy purchased in January. The sheriff says his passport was checked by Canadian authorities the day after his reported disappearance. And in early October, Borgwardt's wife and relatives learned the search was turning into an investigation.
He had left his original passport at home to mislead investigators. Ryan went to great lengths to cover his tracks, removing his laptop's hard drive, erasing his search history, changing the email addresses linked to his bank accounts, and transferring funds to a foreign bank. Emily was informed of these developments before they became public, but kept the information to herself, even shielding her children until the day before the announcement. The betrayal was unimaginable. In a quiet yet poignant move, Emily changed her Facebook profile picture to one bearing the words, "Be still," symbolizing her strength amid the turmoil. The volunteers who had dedicated countless hours and resources to the search were left frustrated and disheartened. Keith Cormacan, founder of the search group Bruce's Legacy, expressed the sentiment shared by many. "He definitely cost us a lot of grief, a lot of money, repairs, and equipment. I just hope he comes forward sooner rather than later, so the family can move on." Sheriff Podol confirmed that Ryan Borgwardt is not in Green Lake, but his current whereabouts remain unknown. Authorities are seeking restitution for the taxpayer money spent on the search, and whether Ryan will face legal consequences is still unclear. What began as a presumed tragedy evolved into a tale of betrayal and deceit, leaving Ryan's family and community reeling. His wife and children are now left to navigate the emotional aftermath of a man who chose to walk away from them. The question now is whether Ryan will ever come forward and take responsibility for his actions. Until then, the wounds he left behind remain open.